Welcome back to AR Recaps. Today I am going to explain the movie District 9, released in 2009. The images in this video are dangerous, so watch out. The film begins with a series of documentary-style interviews that set the tone for the story. An alien ship comes above Johannesburg, South Africa, 20 years before. It floats over the city for 3 months without making contact, until humans take action and sever the ship. They come into a large bunch of malnourished and sick aliens. The aliens are later classified as employees, with their commanding officer unexpectedly gone. It is hypothesized that a plague may have wiped out all of the leadership cast. Part of the ship, perhaps a command module, appears to have fallen to Earth in rainy film, but no one has been able to locate it, leaving the ship changing but useless. Animals are allowed to as prawns, a disparaging nickname referring to the bottom-feeding sea creature they resemble, or non-humans, which is a rare term. Crowding and militarization finally transform the area into District 9, a slum. The aliens establish market with a group of Nigerians led by Mumbo, a paraplegic warlord. Aside from interspecies processors trade canned cat food for alien weapons, with the cat food having a similar effect on the aliens as catnip. The current story is set in 2010. The human population of Johannesburg has lost patience with the alien predicament, and power has been given to multinational United MNU, a private company that has no care for the alien. MNU's true motivation is to obtain sophisticated weaponry from TE aliens, but its integration with alien biology renders it useless to humans. With the support of private security forces working for MNU, an MNU field operative named Wikus van der Meer was entrusted with transporting 1.8 million aliens to a new camp, District 10, located 240 kilometers Johannesburg. And several alien shacks. MNU teams serving warrants for the aliens' relocation discover caches of illicit things, including firearms. Wikus is in charge of various inspections and is aided by Cobus Venter, a ruthless MNU military operative whose techniques with the aliens are brutal. An extraterrestrial named Christopher distills a mystery black liquid that took him 20 years to collect the components for and keeps it in a little black cylinder in another shanty not far from his shanty, and it squirts its contents into his face. He becomes nauseated almost instantaneously and gathers the device as proof. Wikus returns to his workplace and becomes progressively ill during the day as the black fluid's adverse effects become more apparent. That evening, he returns home and falls at a surprise party in his home. He is transported to the hospital, where a doctor notices that his left arm has transformed into a prawns. MNU then takes Wikus into custody, confiscates the cylinder, and subjects him to a battery of tests and experiments. His DNA has been altered to the point that he can operate the ALIS weaponry with both his alien and human hands, which is startling to those researching him. His DNA is currently in harmony with the alien DNA, which is progressively changing him into a Pro-WN. They decide to harvest Wikus's body for biological material at this vital juncture, with the approval of his brutal father-in-law, to see if they can figure out how to get the same reaction in other human subjects later. Wikus, on the other hand, defeats his captors and flees MNU during the intended vivisection. Trying to get back home, he arrives to discover MNU agents already present. As he makes his way across the city, he is startled to see an all-points bulletin for his arrest, complete with doctored footage showing him interacting with the aliens in an ugly manner. Wikus seeks safety in District 9 since he has nowhere else to turn. Wikus returns to Christopher's dilapidated shack and discovers the alien's little son. Christopher appears to be a surviving member of the prawn leadership caste, as he demonstrates a greater understanding of alien technology. Possesses Wikus is surprised to discover the Mothar ship's command module buried beneath the shack as he looks about inside. Christopher explains to Ikus that the cylinder he sees was the power source that would allow the module to return to the S-hip, where the prawn says that the man's present mutation might be reversed. Wikus obtains alien weaponry from Mumbo and his gang in order to reclaim the cylinder from MNU, with Mumbo swearing to capture Wikus and eat his mutant arm. His witch doctor believes this will give Hi-M the power to operate the alien weaponry. They launch an assault on MNU with Christopher's assistance and successfully recover the gasoline cylinder. While you're there before Christopher and Wikus fight their way back to District 9, Christopher discovers that MNU has been conducting horrifying experiments on his people. After witnessing what humans are doing to his kind, Christopher's objectives have shifted, and he claims that Wikus's treatment will take 3 years, while he, Christopher, looks for a means to ID the other prawns in Johannesburg. Wikus is enraged, so he knocks Christopher out and powers up the spacecraft himself. Wikus is targeted by the MNU mercenaries, who damage one of the command module's engines, leading it to crash land in District 9. Following Wikus's capture by MNU, a struggle ensues between MNU mercenaries and Mumbo's gang. The Nigerian sees Wikus after a long firefight. Christopher's son, using the command module controls, activates many systems aboard the mothership, including the autopilot routine of a mechanized war suit, which slaughters Mumbo and his men after they fire on it just before Ikus's arm is sliced off. Wikus dons the alien Walker war armor and returns to save Christopher after first attempting to flee. Wikus fights the MNU warriors with a lightning cannon, tracking missiles, and a high-powered machine gun. He persuades Christopher to return to the shuttle without him after being knocked over by an anti-tank sniper shell despite Christopher's concerns. Christopher promises Wikus that he will fix Hi-M's body in 3 years. After boarding the shuttle, Christopher activates a tractor beam which returns the command module to the mothership. With a huge rolling boom, the mothership fires up and takes off. Humans rejoice as the ship leaves Earth on television. When Wikus's combat suit is hit in the back, he is ejected from the outfit. Wikus, who is severely injured, begins dragging himself away from Kubus Venter, an MNU squad's lone survivor, but is shortly apprehended. Other prawns arrive as he prepares to fire Wikus, assaulting and dismembering Venter. The film ends with a series of interviews and news broadcasts that provide human perspectives on the events that occurred. The aliens have been successfully relocated to District 10, which currently has a population of 2.5 million people and is rapidly expanding. Wikus's employee hacks MNU's database, making their illicit genetic research public. Wikus's fate is the subject of numerous speculations. Some assume he fled aboard the mothership, is hiding, or has been kidnapped by MNU or a government agency. Some interviewees believe the aliens want to return with a large force and declare war on humanity. A little metal rose was put on Wikus's wife's doorstep. According to an interview with her, Wikus has earlier demonstrated his affection for his wife with similar handmade gifts. Her friends have assured her that it was not Wikus, but she appears to be undecided. An alien with a bandaged left arm is shown in the closing scene making a rose out of scrap metal in a garbage yard. And this the end of District 9 movie recap. Thanks for watching and see you in a new recap video.